thank you for talking to us today.
No worries.
Tell the good people into that camera what you have the good fortune of doing at the moment.
Well, I'm currently playing Frankie Valli in Jersey Boys in London's West End at the Piccadilly Theatre.
Does that feel good to say?
Yeah, it does actually.
You know, I didn't recognise you. You photographed some of the things, you've got dark hair.
I know.
What's that about?
Well, you know, that's to make me look a little more Italian than I'm currently looking in my, you know, my own guys.
I've always thought you had a little bit of Italian about it, but they had to bring it out.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah. I'm far too Aryan to play a guy from New Jersey. That's as simple as that. Yeah. But well, Wig Team are amazing. They fit me for that, and that is it's pretty nifty, and it changes me completely. You know, makes me as soon as I put that on, I'm in the character.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night.
How did it come about? Because you were touring with the show.
Yeah. So I went on the first national tour, and I started out as the alternate Frankie Valli, which is the 2-show-a-week guy. They have that so that the 6th show, as it were, the main guy gets a rest. It's a big old scene, as people probably know. And that was perfect for me. It was just at that point in my sort of short career, having all the sort of good parts of playing a lead. And being able to work on my craft, but having
without
3 days in between, to rest without all the pressure on my shoulders, was perfect.
That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Barclay Square.
But then the tour extended for 6 months. After we did a year, it extended for another 6 months, and they gave me the full-time part, which was a new entity, and 6 shows a week, and going home, drinking lots of water, and not going out to the pub.
Being a good boy.
Absolutely, which was tough. But that's what I did, and that set me up really. And then West End was recasting, and you know, I mean, talk about timing, but I mean that is this business, isn't it? More often than not, timing.
So they've just recently launched the new cast. You had your opening night. I mean, it's sort of very exciting. What was it like?
It's crazy. We opened about 5 weeks ago now in the West End, and all 4 seasons are brand new.
That's
the first time, first time in 8 years that all the 4 are brand new, and it brings this kind of fresh energy and this. We've all started at the same point, so we're all growing into this animal together. We all get on really well. You know, we have a right laugh, but yeah, to have an opening night in the West End, I mean. I had my family here, I had my friends here, I had my agent here, and it was pretty wonderful.
Not many people get that opportunity to go into a long running show and have an opening night. Because I mean, it's been running for how long? 4 years or?
No, it's 8.
8 years.
We are its 9th year. It's 8th cast and it's 9th year.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
Very uplifting, very emotional. You know, smiles and tears. You know, the whole thing is fantastic.
All 4 seasons are brand spanking new. It's never happened before since it opened. Nights like tonight actually confound really how good the show is.
I really like this show because it's like a jukebox musical, but a real musical. Because you must really like getting your teeth into the acting part. You know, there's some really dramatic scenes and...
So when we come to rehearse this with the director and pick up the script for the first time, the first thing they say to you is, we have to treat this is a play with music. This is how we treat this. You know, I mean, Marsha Brickman and Rick Ellis, who wrote this, they were film writers, and their first venture into a theatrical production was Jersey Boys. The script is the show. Yeah. For me, it's the reason why it's still here 9 years later. Yeah. It's a true story about real guys, but brilliantly written. Even the sort of, the way, the wording, you know, the Jersey language. I mean, every beat is how these guys talk in real life. It's so considered. I, as an actor, predominantly, firstly, love that about this show. You know, that for me is everything, and obviously I've got quite a bit of singing to do as well.
Yeah. By the way, we are moments before you're about to get ready for the show. We're backstage in your dressing room.
We are,
and you've kindly had a word to us before you get ready for your performance. Do you have a routine that you? A routine. Apart from your coffee maker.
Well, yeah, that's definitely one routine. Coffee for energy.
Some people have really strange they have to wear a certain colour underwear or something.
Yeah, sort of
Superstitions.
superstitions. I try and stay clear of them as much as I can.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that colour underwear one night, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? It froze you. It froze you. I have this vocal coach in New York who I have lessons on Skype with her. She's incredible. She's awesome. She's called Katie Grester, and she looks after all the Frankies on Broadway. Because I was on the tour, they gave me her as a vocal coach because we could do Skype lessons on the road.
Dial her up.
Absolutely, yeah. The joys of modern technology.
Yeah.
And I've kept with her, and she has this thing of you get like a this is actually it. It's my tongue pulling towel,
Yes.
right? And you have the idea is you have to
sing with your
pull
tongue.
your tongue out, and it's all about releasing tongue tension. You do all these different exercises. So when I have my poor wig girl comes in to do my wig, and I'm like, I mean, I must look rather silly.
It doesn't do much for conversation.
Not really, and they're all so used to it now as well. They'll just talk to me while I, they understand exactly what I mean. But I think that's probably it, really. That and a coffee and plenty of water, because that's really important. But
because it's a very high sing, as you said
Yeah.
before. The range that you have to play in your role, particularly, because he was famous for that falsetto
Falsetto
that
sound.
lovely mix that he came up with.
Yeah.
Do you like doing that?
I love it. Yeah, and
It's great songs, great music.
yeah, it's not really something I knew that was part of my armoury really until I started auditioning.
Okay.
Yeah, and I went back and listened to all the original tracks, the recordings, and approached it really like at first like the character. So how does he speak? He's got that very kind of New Jersey accent for a start. So I watched a lot of Sopranos.
Which
and all
is
that.
very similar to your Novocastrian accent.
You think it's Newcastle, right? Yeah. Well, I suppose I'm from a working class city, same as New Jersey. So I listened to the way he spoke and where the sound placement was. That then really influenced the vocal, as in the singing type. And I guess I don't know. I fell into it. Really, honestly, did because it wasn't something I'd ever imagined.
Must feel good one day to think, I can do that. I can sing like Frankie Valli.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and especially when people say, "I've seen Frankie Valli 30 odd times," and I close my eyes, and honestly, it could have been Frankie Valli on
Isn't that
stage,
right?
and that's just
lovely.
wonderful to
That's
hear.
lovely. Well, it's such good news to see you in this role, having such a good time on the West End. What do you hope to be doing in 10 years' time? If I got to speak to you in 10 years, where would you like us to be?
Probably on a beach somewhere, sipping a cocktail.
Having a cocktail, yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We could
right?
work on the location.
give me a few years. Yeah.
What show would you like to be in?
You know what? For me, there's not particularly a show. I said this the other day in an interview.
It's a hard question, isn't it?
It is a hard question. I obviously want to follow my acting really. That's all I want to follow. Just playing character, portraying character. That's really all I care about, you know. And if I sing with that, that's fine. If I do a bit of dancing, a little bit of dancing, and that's fine too. You know, I saw a play recently, Curious Incident: The Dog in the Nighttime.
Fantastic.
The national production.
Fantastic.
I absolutely loved it, and that young part, I forget his name now, but
So you want me to be knocking on the stage door at the National?
that would be nice. That would be nice. I mean,
Stay tuned. You never know. Stranger things have happened.
I'd love to do something at the National. I'd love to do something at the Donmar, something like that. The Chocolate Factory, you know, those kind of really amazing places that are just producing fantastic theatre.
Yeah. Well, when you're at the National and I'm asking for an interview, I want one.
No problem at all.
One